Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Yugioh Relook Card Design, where I'll take any card from Yugioh TCG and or OCG and have a look at its effects, examine whether or not the card effects is either good or bad, then seeing what I would do to errata the card effects to make it more playable in today's format. In this episode, I'll be looking at another old spell card that came out in the set Labyrinth of Nightmare, called Chosen One, that was printed as a short print common. Because Konami must not wanted us to see this really bad card, as never in my life have I seen a card cost you so much and yet give you so little in any card game, let alone Yu-Gi-Oh! So why does this card minus you so much? Well, the card text says, select one monster card and two non-monster cards from your hand. Your opponent selects one card among them. If it's a monster card, it is special summon, and send the remaining two cards to the graveyard. If not, send all of the cards to the graveyard. Well, this card only has a 1 in 3 chance in working in your favour, unless you wanted to send all the cards in your hand to the graveyard. And even so, you need not only this card, but also one monster and two other non-monster cards in your hand to activate this. And that's more than most ritual monsters and fusion monsters needed to ritual or fusion summon them, and they work 100% of the time. So how will I errata Chosen One for today's game of Yu-Gi-Oh? I'm glad you ask. Reveal one monster and two non-monster cards from your deck with different names. Your opponent chooses one at random, reveal that card and add it to your hand. Or if it's a monster, you can special summon it. Then banish the remaining two cards face down. You can only activate one Chosen One per turn. By changing Chosen One's effects from using cards from your hand to using cards from your deck, it won't diminish your card advantage, as the selected card will either be added to your hand or summoned if it's a monster, making Chosen One a 1-for-1. No, not that 1-for-1! I had a good long thought thinking about where the other two cards should go, but I think banishing them face down was the best idea, because sending any cards from your deck to the graveyard can give the player more of an advantage. I could have errated the card to say shuffle the other two cards back into the deck, but banishing them face down would still keep the risk of using the card in mind, as you might not want to get rid of any key cards you have from your deck. And of course, I added the hard once per turn effect onto this card, not only to limit its power, somewhat, but it's the sort of thing Konami does in card design, at least nowadays. But what do you think about this card? Do you like its original effects or my take on effects, or do you have a better effect in mind? I would like to hear it down in the comments below, and also if you got any card you want me to cover, just post them in the comments and I'll see what I can do. As well as if you like this episode and you'd like to see more, please leave a like and subscribe for more mini FIFA videos. Until next time, adios.